Greetings, X, Twitter. I wanted to go live here just briefly because I wanted to talk about some news updates of the day that I've been looking into because they got the alerts shortly. And it's two ironic results and two different ironic topics that I found kind of interesting. Both of them are well known. But I found them interesting for different reasons. The first one was the breaking news coming from the Supreme Court of the U.S. that Judge Alito extended the block on Texas's SB4 law, which is the law that was authorizing Texas to arrest illegal immigrants. He extended it indefinitely, meaning there's no deadline or no expiration date, and from the looks of it, it's gonna be until the case runs its course. Now, for those that don't know, SB4, the legal arguments are that because Texas is suffering an invasion, they've legislated, passed, and enacted this law to combat illegal immigration. However, this is a very stringent however, it was sued, it was blocked. Part of the issues with the law that I can see where I believe Texas will not be able to succeed, or it would be extremely difficult, if not impossible, is the fact that number one, the defense that Texas has been using throughout these lawsuits, which are like 3 or 4 lawsuits with respect to this topic of immigration, their defense has always been the same. Texas is under invasion, and because of such situation, they have activated, I believe it's Article 1, Section 10, Clause 3, I think it is, of the U.S. Constitution. Now, the deal here is that the topic of invasion under the Constitution is classified as a non-justiciable political question, meaning the courts cannot acknowledge, they cannot consider, they must disregard the argument of whether there is or there is not an invasion. They can't touch that. So this is the biggest hindrance in the entire case that Texas has with respect to their arguments to defend SB4. There's a number of other conflicts, and as such, that basically make it more difficult for Texas to win this. Now, on top of this, the U.S. Supreme Court law says when there is a conflict between federal and state laws, federal law supersedes. So, with these conflicts in place, the supremacy clause must be acknowledged and must be enforced. So this is what is really making it difficult and impossible for Texas to win this lawsuit. It's a waiting to see kind of thing to see exactly what's going to happen, what Texas's next move is. Governor Abbott has responded saying that they're going to continue to enforce and arrest immigrants and enforce trespass laws. He's, I guess, welcome to do that. However, it was asked to me, I didn't have a response, that doesn't this mean that they're basically or blatantly in defiance of the SCOTUS's court order? Well, technically they are. Technically they're not, because they're not arresting according to SB4, even though the intended trespass laws create the same effect as SB4. So it's a very, 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 very tangible gray line Texas is crossing. I would think that the DOJ should get involved and examine this further. Up to them, I don't know. But that's basically where this topic stands, and I just thought I would bring it forward. Now, the second topic, and this is even more interesting than the first, has to do with a lawsuit that was filed in, and let me look at here, in the Federal District Court of Northern District of Illinois Eastern Division. Basically, from what I understand of the case, it was U.S. versus some person called Heriberto Carvajal Flores with respect to illegals and their right to possess handguns. This judge says that because there's a statute that prohibits the an illegal immigrant from having a handgun. He says because of recent court rulings with respect to the Second Amendment, the statute prohibiting illegals from obtaining weapons is unconstitutional and violates the Constitution's Second Amendment. Very interesting if you think about it. Very, very interesting. Why? Because what's happening here is that two central topics of interest